Welcome to History in 5 Minutes. My name is Jerry. I hope you enjoy this video. Point Du Hoc is an interesting study in history and one of the reasons why I created this channel. There's a lot of misconception, and a lot of this misconception has lived on even into recent times. Even up until about 2012, people were writing misinformation about the Rangers' assault on Point Du Hoc. Point Du Hoc is a cliff that overlooks the English Channel on the northeast coast of Normandy. And during World War II, it was heavily fortified with machine gun posts and bunkers. They had concrete pillars and bunkers that were designed to house 155mm howitzer cannons. From their position at Point Du Hoc, those guns could actually range the entire coast of Normandy for about 12 miles. Which meant that they could target any of the landing sites that were going to be used during D-Day. So the task of capturing and destroying Point Du Hoc was given to the 2nd Ranger Battalion, and specifically elements of D, E, and F Company of 2nd Ranger Battalion were given the task of initially assaulting and securing the cliffs, and the remaining companies of 2nd Battalion, as well as the entire 5th Battalion, were held in reserve. There were a lot of communication issues that happened during the initial assault, and the remaining companies of 2nd Battalion and 5th Battalion ended up actually assaulting Omaha Beach, which actually was probably a good thing and probably a story for a different time. But their presence on Omaha Beach actually helped the breakout of Omaha Beach. Just because of their additional training and their mentality that they had, they were critical in doing that breakout. When the Rangers scaled the cliffs at Point Du Hoc, they found that all the gun emplacements were empty. And there's some intelligence that suggests that the Rangers knew this, and that's kind of been the story, that the Rangers assaulted it and that the guns weren't there and it was a failure and there was no need to assault those positions. And what a lot of historians have failed to mention or ignore is that the assault and securing of the guns at Point Du Hoc was only a part of their mission. They actually had a mission to assault the cliffs, secure the guns, destroy them, and then push on inland. And they had an objective that they were supposed to secure by about 2 hours before dark, about 12 miles from the beaches. And then they were supposed to reposition themselves for a counterattack. And this did a couple things. It prevented the Germans from bringing artillery up within 12 miles of the beaches, so that they couldn't range and they couldn't fire on the beaches. And what a lot of historians don't talk about or ignore is the fact that as the Rangers secured the cliffs and started moving inland, they actually discovered 5 of the 6 guns a few miles from the original emplacements, and they destroyed them. So their mission was successful, very successful. And then they pushed on. They secured their D-Day objectives. They put themselves into defensive positions and were able to help prevent the Germans from counterattacking onto the beaches of Normandy. And so that's history in 5 minutes. Just, hey, Point Du Hoc has always been the story of, hey, we assaulted these cliffs and it was a failure because there were no guns there. And the reality is that they did find the guns, and then there were 2 or 3 other objectives that the Rangers had that they needed to accomplish to help make sure that the landings at Normandy were successful. I hope you enjoyed this 5 minutes in history. If you liked it, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and let me know in the comments if you have any other things that you'd like to know about, or if you have any things that I could do to make this better. I appreciate you taking your time to watch this video, and hopefully I'll see you in the future.